A strong and clearly powerful earthquake occurred just a few minutes ago. Every time I say, let's try to get through the day without earthquakes, without talking about them, without strong earthquakes that we might have to talk about. Did you see what happened today during the past 24 hours? In our show, we started little by little to get back to the usual nature of the program and its variety, let's say the program's news, and we tried to stay away from talking about earthquakes for a bit. But as I always told you, we are trying to keep an eye on the earthquakes and also keep an eye on other news that matters to people, whether it's entertainment, social, or sometimes political news. Because, when you feel that the lives of hundreds of thousands are at stake, you really feel it. It's your duty to warn, even if your warning might only help one person, your warning might reach two or three. You feel like you have a moral responsibility, a responsibility of conscience that compels you to warn people. We have to postpone some news in favor of other news. There are people I know who keep asking us about many things and a lot of news, and they keep sending me messages. But forgive us, we're just trying to focus on what's most important. The less important things will have to wait a bit. Sorry, that's just the reality. A strong, even very strong earthquake. Please don't go far. We'll be back in a few seconds. Welcome back again. If this is your first time watching this channel or this program, welcome. So far, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, don't forget to subscribe, activate the notification bell, and of course, like the video if you enjoyed it. An earthquake just occurred, or rather a strong earthquake struck about half an hour ago. Specifically, the earthquake had a magnitude of 5.2 on the Richter scale. But just to mention the date, today is April 6th. Today is Thursday, April 6th. It's early Thursday morning, which means it's around 4 a.m. now, local time in Turkey and Syria. We're just a few minutes away from Suhoor, so unfortunately that's where we are. Are you getting used to these early morning visits? Do earthquakes always happen at dawn in most countries around the world? I asked before, but honestly, I don't know why. No, seismologists answered me. It's neither astronomy nor geology, but most of the strong earthquakes amazingly happen at dawn. I make sure to go live with you every time. The earthquake struck with a magnitude of 5.2 on the Richter scale. It hit Indonesia specifically. The earthquake struck exactly at 3:35 a.m. Turkey time and Syria time. Yeah. So at 3:35, it means it struck at 3:35 a.m. Turkey and Syria time. And I think in Indonesia it was 7:30 in the morning, which also means dawn and early morning hours. So the earthquake struck at dawn or in the early morning hours of Thursday, of course. I want to point out that the earthquake was only at a depth of 10 kilometers, only 10 kilometers, and it happened on the shores and it happened off the coast. Let's say it happened in the sea. When we talk about a strong earthquake, people start thinking about a tsunami. Will a tsunami happen? Can you confirm that at least this earthquake won't cause a tsunami? Because it's under 7, right? It's strong. And why am I saying it's strong? Because usually anything above 5 is considered strong. And if it's close to the surface of the earth, it directly affects the area where it happened, but it didn't reach 7. We immediately rule out a tsunami since it's under 7, as we said, and we're used to ruling out tsunamis. But I hope this is the end of the earthquakes in Indonesia and that it isn't a foreshock for a much stronger earthquake. The epicenter of the earthquake is the Tonomi Bay, located in the eastern part of the Maluku Sea. As we said, the earthquake happened at sea, as you can see on the screen, but it's very close to the shore, and that's what makes us worried. That's why there have been many reports, especially from the islands or cities of Timor and Ponta in Indonesia. As we know, Indonesia is made up of peninsulas and islands. That's why Indonesia is like that in the first place. It's among the tourist hotspots like Thailand and Malaysia, because these types of countries rely heavily on tourism since the country is made up of islands. It's basically a union of a group of islands in the sea. So the epicenter of the earthquake is exactly 30 kilometers away from the cities of Timor and Punta, and these are the cities that felt the earthquake most clearly according to international monitoring centers. but we can't help but mention the predictions of the Dutch scientist Franco Gerbich. And he had specified this week as a very critical period from April 4th to April 6th, meaning from Tuesday to Thursday. And this prediction was exactly what he said. He said that the first week of April, which will end with the full moon on April 6th, will be critical. The critical period will start from April 3rd because it will be... So since the day before yesterday, Venus has been in conjunction with Mars, and Saturn is part of that conjunction too. After a few days, there will be a critical planetary alignment with the full moon on April 6th. The conjunction of the moon with Jupiter, in addition to a third conjunction that will happen on Thursday. So now it's Thursday, and on Thursday there will be a third conjunction along with the two conjunctions we mentioned. And this third conjunction is the conjunction of Mercury and Venus with the Sun. So the third conjunction that started today, Thursday, is the conjunction of Mercury, Venus, and the Sun. And I have the first conjunction is the conjunction of Venus, and the conjunction is Venus with Mars and Saturn. As for the second conjunction, it is the conjunction of the moon with Jupiter. And all these things, they say, will happen on April 6th. That makes me say the full moon, or the moon will become full, as you know, and starting tomorrow, April 6th, we will have reached the middle of the blessed month of Ramadan, meaning the moon is full. And here, according to scientists, they say that gravity will be at its strongest. I've seen some people say, come on, man. The phases of the moon, whether it's full or not, the moon is always whole, but it's a reflection of the sun's rays. Honestly, guys, we know that it's a reflection. When it's a full moon, the moon is always whole, but when it's full, it's a reflection of the sun's rays on its surface. The sun shines on the entire moon, and then the reflection of the sun's rays starts to decrease. So when we see the part of the moon that we can see, it's the amount of the sun's rays being reflected, or the part of the sun's rays that covers that part of the moon. But scientists say that the more the sun covers a larger part of the moon, like when it's a full moon, they say the moon is at its strongest pull, at the peak of its gravitational pull on the Earth. May God keep the Earth safe on Thursday, God willing. Yeah, let's see. We will follow up and observe, because these conjunctions of the three with the full moon, we will try to keep watch and keep you updated as things happen, always for sure. We always wish peace for everyone, for every human being in this world, simply because they're human. We wish only good for everyone, and I'm with you. Ahmad Al-Dira, the host of the show What's Happening. Stay well.